Hey everybody, how's it going? Today is Saturday night and it's 9 o'clock and I'm at home doing nothing. So I thought I would make a video. I know I haven't been here in a while. I was supposed to be here the 28th to let you guys know who won the contest, but I didn't get that done and I apologize for that. I'm a mess. So anyway, I guess it doesn't really matter. The winner of the contest is Philly Tomcat. So Tom, or Phil, it's Philip, right? Anyway, just, shoot me a message either here or on Facebook with your mailing address, and I'll get that camera out to you right away. I was just watching some videos and kind of chilling out, and I was like, well, it's Saturday night and I haven't made a video in a while, so I should make a video. So what I want to talk about, a couple of things. Well, more than a couple. But a couple of things I want to talk about, and then I'll get to the new drawing and we'll go from there. I was watching Ron's video, Mr. on the Border, Staynegative, who I absolutely love his videos. I've been watching him for a while now. I found his channel through Katie's channel, and I like his content. Anyway, so he posted a live stream last night where he talked about the word retarded, which is not a word that I use often. I don't particularly like it. I find it offensive. I work with special needs kids, so our program is inside of a regular ed school, so we make a point of teaching our typical kids, which is what a child who's not special needs is what we refer to them as, and we make a point of teaching them not to use that word. So my whole thing, and I said that in this broadcast, is the definition you give it is different for everyone, but if we're making a point of teaching other kids not to use it, then we as adults shouldn't be using it either. And I just personally find it offensive, and if you don't, that's your prerogative, but don't be upset when people call you on using the word. So yeah. I made that silly little video about Alyssa Edwards, and I thought about it was Alyssa Thunderfuck that says that, not Alyssa Edwards, but anyway. So I made that silly little video, and then I just said bye for 6 seconds or 7 seconds. And just a silly video. What's going on the world of YouTube other than that? Trisha Paytas, who I do not watch anymore, I made a point of unsubscribing from her, but Ron posted a video about her, so I did a little digging myself, and so her boyfriend or her friend or whatever they are, friends with benefits, whatever they are, it's not my business, you do you, was convicted of taking pictures of children in the restrooms at Dodger Stadium. That's not okay. That's not alright, and Trisha has a following on YouTube. She has a good following, a big following. She's also well known for auditioning for reality TV shows. So I think she's a despicable person anyway, for her to lie about the fact that she had strokes, and someone commented on my video about her that she never said that. She did say it. And if you need me to post the link to the video, I will. But it's really easy to find if you just search her name and stroke. So yeah. But Trisha Paytas is just this really disgusting person, and I don't understand why people still watch her. And I don't understand why this person being in her life isn't affecting her viewership. And I don't know if that's just because a lot of teenagers watch her and they don't really care, they're not aware of what's going on. So, it's just really sad that in this day and age that we have to fight for trans laws, for people to be able to use the bathroom that they want to use, but in a public bathroom, a man is doing something that people who are trans are being accused of doing, who have no willingness, no wish to do any of that. The fact is, people who are boycotting Target and whatever they're boycotting now, because they always boycott something new. Those people were probably using restrooms next to trans people and never knew it. Because in reality, people who live the life of a trans person, who go through that struggle, are usually passable. Not that that's, I hate that word, I shouldn't have used that word, I apologize for using that word. But people who are truly trans and who truly identify as a gender other than the one they were born with, in general are more effeminate or more masculine already, and you wouldn't know the difference. The fact is that in 2017 we shouldn't have to be even talking about this. If we had a different president, we probably wouldn't be. And talking on politics for just a moment, I'm not going to spend a long time there. The ACA was withdrawn from the House yesterday because there was no foreseeable way of it being passed. And is that good news or bad news? Well, Obamacare is, in theory, an excellent plan, but it was not executed well because there was so many people who opposed it, and there was so many stipulations placed on it. So, in theory, it's an amazing plan, but in action, is it going to get us where we need to be? No. At this point, we have to really consider everyone being on Medicare as a universal health care, because that's the only way that it's going to be feasible in an affordable way. I personally know people who don't have health insurance and it sucks. Like, I've had a span of my life when I was between jobs when I didn't have health insurance, and thank God I didn't have anything major go on during those years, because I don't know what I would have done. So we really have to think as a country. We're the only industrialized country in the world that doesn't have universal health care. We really have to think about what's in the best interest of our future, of our kids, and in the same breath, look at what's coming up in 2020 and who needs to be running for president of the United States on the Democratic platform. It needs to be someone who is favorable, someone who has a good chance of winning, and someone who has the chance to change everything that everything that's gone on under the Trump administration. Now, Mike Pence is terrifying, so I don't want him to be president either, but if we're looking at true impeachment and political knowledge and political experience, he has more than Donald. Are his thoughts scary? Yes, they're very scary. As a gay man in America, it's terrifying, to be completely honest. So, what's the best plan? There is no best plan at this point. But I think that kids really need to be involved. A lot of time and money needs to be poured into educating teenagers at this point, because they're the ones who need to vote. They're the ones who matter in 2020. 16-year-olds right now are the ones who we need to be spending money on and make sure that they know all the information that they need to know, make sure that they get registered, make sure that they vote. So, in my opinion, that's what that is. The only other thing on politics I wanted to touch on is Ben Carson, who is Secretary of Housing and Urban Development, simply because he's an African American. Would he make more sense as Secretary General? Yes. Surgeon General, not Secretary General. Surgeon General, yes, because he has medical experience. He has many, many years. There's actually a really amazing documentary about him on Netflix, if you have time to check it out. Ben Carson, although the things he says recently are a little crazy, he has a very medical mind, and there's a lot of things he could do for the medical field that he's just not doing in the role that he's been placed in. So, that's all I have to say about politics. The only other YouTube thing I wanted to talk about was Charles Gross and Peter Monn. And I'm sure I'll get hate from both sides on this, and that's okay. I did watch, I unsubscribed last night. I may change my mind and go back and subscribe again, but Charles Gross is a very affluent, wealthy boy, I don't call him a man because he's not a man, he's a boy, who dropped out of college and makes videos that make fun of people who graduated. He makes videos talking about his $2,000 skincare routine. He makes videos about his anxiety attacks and stress, which I don't know how he has any stress, but you have to take it with a grain of salt and take it as it comes. And I actually found him through Peter Monn. That's actually the person who I was watching Peter's videos, and he mentioned him. But apparently they're not speaking anymore. So someone asked Peter Monn again, and you now, to talk about Charles Gross and to talk about what's going on with him, and he very politely declined them and said, I don't want to say anything negative about this person, but sometimes you're just not meant to be lifelong friends. And I thought that was handled very well, but I don't really see anybody talking about this, and that's they're kind of big YouTubers, to be honest. So yeah, that's all I have to say about that. I hope that Charles grows up. I hope that he figures out what's going on with his life. I hope he figures it all out before it's too late. He's made multiple videos about hooking up and, you know, before 3 letters take him to his final resting place, to quote a TLC song. I hope that he figures it all out. So that's all I have to say, and I hope everybody's doing great. Weight loss stuff, I'm not doing so well. I'm stuck, I'm plateaued. I'm starting the 5-day pouch test on Monday, so if you want to do that with me, please feel free to shoot me a message. I can start a blog or a YouTube group about it. But if anyone is interested in doing that with me, then please feel free to comment below. If anyone is interested in my previous diets, I'll put a link to my old blog down below. There is a blog, and it dates back to when I had the gastric banding, back in 2009, and there's 3 or 4 years worth of entries there that talk about what I eat and the emotions while I eat and just that kind of thing. I do want to get back to blogging because I enjoy writing. And people have asked me when I was going to start blogging again, and I always say, oh, I'm going to get to it. And then that never happens because life is busy and life happens and you take it as it comes. So that's all I have to say about that. I hope everybody's doing great on their weight loss journeys. You're doing better than me. It doesn't take a lot to do that. But anyway, my drawing for the next drawing, my item for the next drawing, I ordered a gift for someone in December, and it was The Nightmare Before Christmas, and this came bundled with it. This is not opened. This is a Blu-ray copy of Frankenweenie. If you are interested in this DVD, all you have to do is subscribe to my channel and put down a comment below why you love the movie. I couldn't get into it. I've watched it a couple times. I have a copy of this because I ordered 2, because I ordered the other movie for myself too, and then this was bundled with it. So I can't really get into it. My niece loves it. My niece is 11, and this is like one of her favorite movies. She watches it year-round. So yeah.